Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's live trading action video. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here. Today's date is Thursday, January 24th, 2019. I'm bringing to you today a stock idea. It's Overstock.com. I want to show you why I like it. So first off, the stock's obviously trading near lows. It's a retailer, online retailer, you could arguably say, one of the competitors to Amazon, even though Amazon's a behemoth compared to Overstock. But what I like about this, folks, first off, look at where it was trading. So, I mean, you were talking a $90 stock. It's trading around 15 right now. I gave this out to my Research Center member subscribers a few days back at $14.30. And the reason is because I saw some stuff in the chart that started to get me very, very excited. Now, mind you, I'm going to reveal these things, but it doesn't guarantee anything, right? I mean, this is all a job of analyzing risk versus reward and then signals that you're seeing in the charts via the PPT methodology. So obviously the chart looks pretty good here, potentially forming a base. It's going to have to get above this 50 moving average right here. But what I saw a couple days ago got me very, very excited, and I want to show that to you now. So there was some big buyer that stepped in here and huge volume. Look at this. So right here, the stock was trading basically in the 13s, and then all of a sudden, huge, and this is huge volume. I mean, look at the previous day volumes. I mean, this is an intraday chart, so these are just candles of volume. But look at all the days previous. Nothing even comes close to this massive amount of volume here. And to me, this is a big buyer stepping up. Something was going on here. Someone wanted to get in, and they were willing to even pay up as much as $1 on the pop to accumulate it in. And even the next morning, look at the volume was still pretty heavy before it kind of settled in and came back in here. But now look at what's going on here. And this is what I love to see. Whenever you see a big volume buyer, the stock price obviously gets a push up, and also you see other investors taking note of that, right? And they follow suit. Maybe they buy up here. But what happens next is usually a slow fade back down, which is exactly what Overstock did. Now, if this was no big deal, if this was just an arbitrary, player getting involved or nothing going on here, the stock price would probably be continuing to kind of sit down here. But look at what's going on. It's slowly starting to grind higher here. And really, this is the signal I love seeing, that grind higher after it comes back in. And ultimately, my expectation is that this could have a big move. I also look at it as a defensive play. So obviously, they're a retailer, but this stock really ran a while back because of Bitcoin. So they take a percentage of their payments in Bitcoin, or they take as many payments as people want to pay in Bitcoin, but then they keep a percentage of that for the company. And I actually read recently they were going to pay their taxes this year in Bitcoin, which is a very cool thing. But bottom line is, I look at it and say to myself, okay, well, if the stock market really doesn't do well in the coming couple months or the coming year, and these guys are involved in an alternate kind of currency-ish type deal, so it's almost like a currency play with the Bitcoin exposure. If Bitcoin starts to see a play up, if money flows out of the stock market and into Bitcoin, then this actually could be a defensive play. And even if Bitcoin kind of just stays where it is, at least they have that kind of diversification where it's not all just a retail story. And that's another reason I like it. But again, bottom line is, folks, I'm in from 1430 with members in the Research Center here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. We're already up $1. But needless to say, I'm looking for a breakout above the 50 moving average. That's going to be your trigger to watch for. If you get a daily close above the 50, I think it gets legs. I mean, my guess is, I don't know about the 200 moving average, but I think you could go into the mid-20s right here, 23-ish, maybe even as high as the 200 on a pop. This stock has a history of big moves, and especially any sort of nice move up in Bitcoin, it's going to get some play off of that. There's a lot of ways to potentially see this thing rally to the upside. But again, that buyer a couple days back really got my attention. And again, I want to go back to that just real quick before I end this video, because I think that's the most important point here, is that the volume on this. I could zoom out. I can zoom back to the December. We could go back even further. The volume right here is humongous. We're talking about, a company that doesn't trade more than 1 million a day on average, even less than that. And there were a couple buyers in 10-minute subsequent candles of 800,000, 900,000 shares over and over to buy. So someone, in my opinion, someone probably accumulated a couple million shares right here. All right, then obviously some of that volume is ancillary. It's other people seeing what's going on and playing it. But easily right, these three candles equal about 2 million shares right here, even over 2 million. And then all this afterwards. So there's got to be, my guess is someone accumulated 2 million shares of Overstock right there. That's a huge, huge buying player there, and definitely worth keeping a close eye on. So there you have it, folks. It's an idea. It's just an idea. Do your own research. I always advise that as well. But again, we'll see where this thing goes in the coming days and coming weeks. And for me, I like it. I like it, folks. Have a great one. Come join us at InTheMoneyStocks.com if you want exact buy entries, time stamped, just like we do here, like I gave to our members here on Overstock. Come join, take the 7-day free trial. Take